Oh boy.
Pulling at my britches.
Oh
boy. And here we are. You put your light down. I put my light up.
I didn't
Should I
do
put
the
my light
lights.
down?
I didn't do lights.
You
did
didn't?
lights.
I did lights, but I pulled yours
You
up, I
guys,
thought.
we have our Zorro and Friday have decided that they're going to climb up on the shelves.
Our kittens are off the chain right meow. So
there's a good chance that there's going to be a disaster at some point.
Disastrous indeed. Now, guys, oh my God, we have some stuff to talk about.
We have to do a podcast.
Yeah, we have to do a podcast. We have some stuff to talk about before we get into the nitty gritty of what this specific fun, very fun. We're looking forward to. We have been looking forward to this podcast for a minute.
Should I start it?
So yeah, let's just go ahead and start.
Let's just go ahead right now.
Let's shoot the shit. Let's talk.
Beeps.
Welcome to episode number 0015 of Two Crazy Cat Ladies Back in the Closet. Guys, this is going to be a fun episode. I think this is going to be a fun episode for you to listen to. So if you're listening, just hang tight and keep listening.
Hang tight. Isn't that a song?
Hanging tough.
Oh, hang tough.
Yeah, there's probably a hang tight song too, but I obviously wouldn't know it.
You guys, I'm about to open my Hams beer.
Hams. Since 1845.
No, it's 1865. Get your facts
1865.
Right. Fake news.
Guys, wow.
I'm very excited about it. I kind of wish I would have brought an extra beer.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Sip slowly, or you can have some of my wine because I poured a lot.
That's like a gallon jug right there.
Right? Okay, guys. So, we're super excited to be here today. Thank you, everyone that's listening in.
Hi, Lindsay, Dana,
joining
Teresa,
us here. All of our VIP girls up here on YouTube. We're super excited. For those of you guys that are joining us for the first time on our podcast, thank you so much for listening. This podcast is brought to you by twocrazycatladies.com. TWO crazycatladies.com.
First time you did that, you were like, I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor today.
No, you were like, who's our sponsor?
We have a sponsor?
Like, yeah, we're our sponsor.
Mm-hmm. We are.
So right now we have our cats climbing around our closet. And guys, okay, let's talk about sew and butt. Let's talk about sews and butts. And the fact that my fingers smells like fish. My fingers smell like fish.
Dana, just don't talk to me about the smell of fish.
My fingers smell like fish, and I'll
Dana,
tell you what.
I gotta tell you something. I don't know if you've had hams recently. Dana just commented and said, Adrienne, that's worse than the champagne of beers.
The champagne of beers.
I would submit unto you that it is not worse than the champagne of beers, just the alcohol content.
It sure smells worse.
Champagne of beers is like a 3.2 beer, right? This is a 4.7. So watch yourself.
Watch yourself.
Although Jay does say that I just smell so much like beer when I drink this.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. We're in a very closed, confined space.
We are. It was hard. I was like, I don't know how you're going to get in here.
I don't know
everything set up.
I don't know if we're practicing appropriate social distancing right now.
That's quite all right. So let's talk about that. Now, right now, for those of you guys that are joining us for the first time in the podcast, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome so much.
We're the Two Crazy Cat Ladies, and what we do is we have an episode called Back in the Closet, which is what you're listening to. And what we do, the reason it's called Back in the...
It's not an episode. It's a whole podcast.
We have a Can you believe we're on number 15?
No, I can't. I cannot believe that
we took like a pause for 2 months.
I know, and we're still doing it.
See? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Thumbs
girl.
up. Did you just say good girl?
Good girl. I talk to our cats too much.
A little bit.
Yeah. So, what's happening is we're sitting in our closet. And we're sitting in our closet. We're quarantined in our closet right now with some lights and some cameras and some actions going on. And we invited our beautiful VIP members here to join us on YouTube, and everybody on our Facebook page to join us as well. So we hope many of you guys will join us. We do want to start off by saying, calm down. If you guys are listening right now,
times, are they not?
Yeah, if you guys are listening like anytime in the very near future, we're going through a pandemic across the world.
Yeah.
And dealing with the coronavirus, and we're basically all stuck in our closets.
Here's the thing, though. I really hope that people take this opportunity, because a lot of people are like, this is super serious and we're all going to die. And then other people are being very casual about it and, you know, still going out to clubs and all that jazz.
We're kind of the happy medium.
I think that, yeah, let's all find a happy medium. I think it's not going to do anyone any harm to stay, what do they call it, self-isolated for a while.
Yeah,
I, for one, as an introvert, have never been more excited about a world situation ever. I say that with a grain of salt because I understand that this is a very serious situation. At the same time, this is at the point where, you know, the clubs in Vegas are trying to stay open because everything else is shut down. And it's like, I don't know if I want to go to a club right now. I don't know if that's a good idea.
We wouldn't want to go to a club if there wasn't anything.
Nobody knows where we're going to be in like 2 weeks, right? I think it's going to spike. I honestly think that we've had this in America for longer than we've realized.
Yeah.
And
you said that with such a I honestly think that we've had this in America for as long as we've.
Well, no, I think that I think what's going to happen though this week is that positive tests are going to spike and people are going to freak out even more. But I think this is a great opportunity for everybody to take a personal inventory of where they are and what they're doing. And if you have enough toilet paper, you can be at peace and just enjoy a few days at home.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 weeks.
Get to know one another, you guys. Like this is a good time for those of you guys that if you live alone, get to know your cats. If you live with other people, get to know them. If you have roommates, if you have a spouse, like there's so many things that we don't necessarily even know about each other. Which brings me to today's live, where we are talking specifically about us, not just about cats, although I do want to throw out one cat tip of the day that I think is very, very important.
This is a good point. Yeah, I like this one. I already know
what you're
reading
my mind?
No, I feel like I am because we were talking about it earlier and I feel like that's what you're about to say.
Yes. So something that's super important in this trying time right now in the world. I do have to also say that I kind of love that every single person in the world is thinking about the same thing at the same time. It makes us feel like more as one. I like that. But we are all, it's very important that we keep our cleanliness. All the news media is talking about how to wash your hands and how often to wash and how to keep a safe distance and how to stay clean and things like that. But guys, we need to be very mindful of the, another cat on the back. We need to be very, good.
Wow.
She's so graceful. We need to be very mindful about the cleaners that we use for our cats, guys. This is not for our cats, the cleaners that we use in our home because of our cats, right?
Hey,
there are many.
No, go ahead. And just a reminder, though, the girls are pointing out that those are your crotchless jeans.
They saw it already? You saw my crotch? Oh, my. How did they know that these are my crotchless? Yes,
Jay, are those your crotchless jeans again? And Dana said,
did you see my lips? Did it happen?
If they are, better hope she doesn't do the basic instinct move. Hi, Roberta.
They are.
Let's
These are my favorite jeans, and I only wear them when I'm quarantined in my house. When I can't leave, or I'm just not going to leave. That's when I wear these jeans because they're my favorite jeans. I love them so much, but they do have a huge hole in the crotch. So, and I don't wear panties. So, if you guys see my vagina, I'm very sorry.
I think what they would actually say is your vulva. I think there's a distinction to be made between the vulva and the vagina.
Isn't vulva a car?
No, that's a vulva.
Okay.
Wow, so
anyway, guys, be very mindful
about our pussies.
Be very mindful of your pussy. Be very mindful of the products that we use. There are so many phenol contained products, chemical products like Lysol, like so many products that we are going to turn to right now and be like, oh, we need to clean everything and keep everything as sanitary as possible. But are you going to be here with me?
I am. I'm listening to you.
But many of them can actually cause things like seizures. They can cause things like allergies and asthma and death even in our cats. So we have to be, I'm telling you, I'm just going to go deep because it's so serious that we are mindful of the amount of products that we use and the types of products that we use, cleaning products that we use in our home. But today's episode is fun.
Today's episode is fun. And I encourage anyone else who is quarantined right now to play this game.
Yes.
With
We've
whoever
been wanting
is
to
in
play
your
this
life.
game. Remember when we used to have a YouTube show?
I do. Days of yore.
I was like, we have because it's kind of like the newlywed game, right?
Like how well do you know each other?
How much do you know each other?
who's better in a crisis? Who uses more toilet paper?
Right.
Like, things like this. Like,
so today,
how well do we know each other?
Right. So today we have a very special episode where we
and Jay made signs.
We created these signs with pictures of us when we were cute and young because they were the easiest to find. Yeah. So we're
Hi, Kelly.
It's not today. It's back when we were younger. But so I'm gonna put Jay in my right hand.
And Tanya just said every time I see a vulva, I will laugh about Jay and the vulva.
I'm telling you.
I
never had sex education.
Well,
like that wasn't, you didn't either. You were homeschooled.
Oh, I had sex education.
See, I didn't. I don't know if it was like one of those times that I switched schools.
Do you really not know the difference between a vulva and a vagina?
I don't know what a vulva is.
Wow.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I'm not even kidding a little bit. I don't know what it is. If you were to give me a picture of a vagina, if you were to,
she just got done chopping up some chicken livers for
chicken livers and a lot of fish.
Yeah. Wow.
Which is why my fingers smell like fish, guys. We just did a DIY cat food recipe that we'll be launching here on YouTube this week for kittens specifically, and it had a lot of fish in it, so my fingers smell like fish.
Yeah.
But if you were to give me a picture of a vagina and say, where's the vulva? Whatever that is, I would say I don't know.
And Marilyn just popped in. She said, so I signed in and we're talking about crotchless jeans?
yeah. Sometimes that happens.
They're her favorite jeans to wear around the house.
They're my favorite jeans, but I just so happen to, because they're so old, it has a big hole in the crotch. So it's I can't wear them.
Butt area.
Well, no, it starts in the crotch and then it goes, So, but it's a big hole, and I don't wear panties.
Oh my God.
So
Paige, this is what I was telling you about. So it is a thing.
What is a thing?
Okay, so there is, watch the episode on Goop Lab on Netflix on women's pleasure and body. Very informative. That's what we did,
and I fell asleep.
No, you didn't watch that one. We started
you
watching
started
Goop
watching
Lab.
it. Didn't you? You started watching the episode.
I feel like I know the episode you're talking about. We didn't watch it though. So maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, Goop Lab, shout out. Hey, if you want to sponsor us, we are right here. We're here on Apple, on Spotify, on all of the
a vulva and a vagina. Okay, wow, I really should have grabbed an extra beer for this one.
Right? Okay. So
here's
guys,
the game.
What we want to do, here's the game. What we want to do is see how well we know each other. So you guys are going to ask us questions. We'll start with a couple.
Hopefully.
Yeah, if you guys have questions, we're going to say either it's Jay or AJ or it's Adrienne. Right. And so
isn't that fun? I love that you
I don't think there's no winner. It's just like how well do we know each other? We'll get it. And I know I used to be so cute and young. But
okay, you start then. You start with a question.
Who uses more toilet paper? Stop. I said Adrienne, she said Jay.
Oh.
No, when you use the restroom, you do this. And it's like swinging off, and you're like, oh
my God, no, that's what you do.
No.
You know what? I counted it. When I told you.
You counted squares?
Yes, on Tuesday, when I was joking with her, but it just upped her anxiety. Tuesday of this week, before they shut down the world, I said, when she was going to the market to get like Parmesan cheese, I said, if they have toilet paper, grab some toilet paper, because we didn't have any in storage. We just had like what was in the bathrooms, right? So she goes and she grabs it, and I was at work, and I do what I always do. And I was like, how much toilet paper do I actually use?
You use a lot.
6 squares.
No effing way. Absolutely not.
I also would like to submit to you that I don't this is what you do. You roll it around your whole hand like it's a freaking toilet paper.
I don't want my hand to touch my junk.
My point is,
so yes, even if it's only 2 rolls,
do you wipe yourself with like the back of your hand? Like, what is going on there?
No, that's weird. What?
So you waste half of the toilet paper that you're using.
No. Have you ever tried to just take a little bit, it soaks through, and then you have pee on your hand. I prefer not to have pee on my hand, so I have a couple layers. But you have like a huge thing. That's why I've been telling you that
we're
you
gonna
have
spend
to.
time in the bathroom
I'm
together.
gonna cut you.
I cannot believe
no, I'm like
you think
you
I
have
use
to
more than you do.
You have to conserve your toilet paper. Whatever. Okay, so we disagree on that one. Next. What's yours?
Hold on. Okay, my question would be. Oh, I had one. I can't remember it.
Put in your questions, guys. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in. Toilet paper. Who washes their hands more?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Totally, Jay.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with washing
She washes her hands after, like.
I wash my hands like all day long. If
27 times a day.
Touch anything, if my hands start
She's
to feel
always
sweaty,
done that. It's not even because
if I go to the bathroom, like
epidemic.
people, like a lot of people don't do this when they're at home.
Marilyn, I'm telling you, 6 squares. I did it. And when I forget, and then I grab my toilet paper, and I grab it, and I'm like, oh, that does seem like a lot. 6 squares. 3 different times I've counted the squares.
Good, because you need to start conserving.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. Okay, so washing, but here's what I think about that. Yes, I'm washing my hands, a whole
Kelly
lot
said,
more.
Did we meet in high school? No. You know why? Because she was homeschooled. Well, we were also in 2 different cities, but she was homeschooled, so I couldn't have met her there.
That's true.
I was in public school.
I was also out of high school by the time she got into high school.
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we didn't meet in high school, no.
Nope. Who's a better driver? Yeah.
Yeah. You agree with that?
I do.
I am. Jay is a better driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more mindful of what's going on. I have saved her lives so many times.
Yeah.
Just the other day, even when she's driving, she's the one that'll pick up her phone because an email just came through, and all of a sudden we're about to go head on with somebody. I have to grab the steering wheel. I'm like, how do you survive by yourself when you're driving? Like, I don't get it. I'm very mindful of other drivers, so I'm a better driver.
Oh, that's a good question. Marissa, who showed interest in the other first?
Oh, well, we have a lot of questions. Are you starting at the top?
No,
who's the better driver? Who showed interest in the other first?
We were best friends for like 2 years before. Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Jay did say one day, Jay didn't have a car, so I was driving her to work. We were friends. And she told me on the way into work that one of her best friends, Manny, said,
you guys should be together.
You guys should be together.
And I was like, you know what? That makes sense.
And so I was like, wow, that is the best comment I've ever heard.
I was like, you know what? We should, we make sense. We should probably be together. So
like,
that was my come on line.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Who has the best siblings? Oh,
who's more impulsive?
Oh.
Let's go down the list. Yeah. Yeah.
Jay all day, every day.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
I am not. Jay is the OCD one, but I'm actually the planner. Like, if we're like, hey, do you want to go do this? We're like, let me think about that for 3 days.
Right. She thinks about it until it's gone, and then we can't do it.
And that's my plan, which is why I'm so excited about quarantine.
Yes.
Okay.
Who has the best siblings?
Ooh.
Okay, so I love for different reasons. We both think that we have the best.
She
siblings,
has sisters.
right?
I have brothers.
Yeah. I have sisters. She has brothers. So it's kind of like you can't compare.
Jay has 2 sisters. My favorite sisters. They're wonderful.
Yeah, and you have my favorite brothers.
Yes, I have 4 brothers, and they are fantastic.
They are wonderful. Like when I was in dire straits, like I talked to her brother this week. Like I was like on the phone. What do I need? What kind of like router, modem, stuff like that. Like. Her brothers are amazing. My sisters are amazing. So I think that's kind of.
Who's a bigger flirt?
Yeah.
For real. Good question, Lindsay.
Adrienne is like a funny flirt. Like
we have to remember this is a podcast, so we have to say.
Oh yeah. So Jay is the
bigger flirt.
Jay's the bigger flirt.
By far.
Yeah. I'm better. I don't say bigger. You know what? I'm just better at it.
It's like, because I have the gay dance.
It's because you're homeschooled.
Really?
Yeah, you're like you don't have that like.
I don't know. I don't know what flirting is.
She doesn't know what flirting is. That's why I had to come on to her and be like, hey, you know what? This makes sense. Like it's probably written in one of your school books.
What do you mean? Let's spell it out. Could I get a summary? Maybe an outline? What's happening? I Jay used to have a nickname back in the day. She was called the Lip Bandit.
Yeah, I actually used to.
That would not go over well these days.
No, oh God, no, not with this like coronavirus,
not with COVID-19.
Pandemic, but
no.
Yeah, I used to be called the Lip Bandit because at any like party or anything that you like saw me at, I would end up kissing you, and it would be just I just.
She won't hug you.
Have a few drinks.
She won't hug you.
I don't like to hug people, but I will kiss you.
But
I'll just like walk up and like lay one on you, or I used to. That's not a thing anymore.
It's been about 10 years.
Yeah, it's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, even
and I
before
don't even go to
COVID
parties.
19.
Correct.
Kelly said, "Oh, duh. Geesh, how did you meet?"
Oh, that's a long. Do you see this? Oh my God, guys.
Zorro
okay, Zorro just went downstairs, grabbed.
Oh my God,
grabbed his ball and brought it up
and bounced it
because he just wants our attention. He's like, you guys are giving all of your attention elsewhere.
Zorro, if you can grab a ball from downstairs, would you mind to grab me another beer? Buddy?
Wouldn't that be awesome? If you
okay, how did we meet? This is kind of a funny story. So
it's a long story.
Not a long story. We met through a mutual ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was dating my ex-girlfriend. The girl said, did you get it?
Baby.
So girl said, because like us lesbians, like we stay friends.
Well,
with
there's
everybody.
the newsflash. In case you were wondering, we're lesbians.
Well,
which we're not happy. We're not like excited.
We don't label
ourselves,
but we don't label.
But we're together.
But
so
anyway, a lot of people stay
Hi,
friends.
Sarah. Welcome to a fun show.
A lot of people stay friends with their exes in the female community at least. And so I was friends with her name's Lee, and nice little sporty girl.
I'm gonna Facebook her and be like, so we did a podcast to talk about you.
No, but she came to me and she said, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna make it really quick. She came to me and she was like, you have to meet my new girlfriend. She is just like you, only better. And I was like, you're so kind. Thanks. Okay, I'll meet your girlfriend. And so I met her, and she was 100% spot on. Like
that's not true.
No, literally, it is 100%. We are so alike, but you are definitely better than me.
No, there's no better.
I mean, not anymore. I'm definitely better.
Yeah.
You said there's no better until I said I'm better, and then you're like, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. No, we're very alike in a lot of ways, very different in other ways. We're very yin yang. So it works very well.
We're gonna lose questions.
Okay.
Who had cats?
Oh no,
first?
Who's the bigger perv?
Wait, did you
right there? Lindsay said
bigger perv. Perv.
I don't know. I think we could use more perv in our life. I don't think there is one.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of perv in our blood.
No.
Who had cats first? Well, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably Adrienne. I mean, I did as a young child, but she also did as a young child, and she's older than me, so she probably wins that one. Mm-hmm. Who gets jealous easier?
That's a tough one.
What do you say? 1, 2, 3. Really? We both think that we both get jealous. I said Jay, and I'm Jay.
Yeah, and I thought you at first for sure, but then I was thinking, no, I have been jealous in the
that's true. Yeah, I don't know, probably equal.
But we don't like to feed jealousy. So
who's better in an emergency?
Oh, that would be me.
What? What? Okay, wait a second. We both think that we're both better in emergency. Do you remember when Zorro was hit by the car? Not our Zorro, not our kitten, not our kitty who's about to jump up right now. Not him, but the dog he was named after. Do you remember that situation when he got hit by the car?
I do.
And I went running toward the situation, and you froze and stopped, and you said you were so good in an emergency situation.
You are so good in an emergency situation, and I do appreciate the fact that you stopped traffic. I was the one though that put Zorro in the car for them to take.
Yeah, we both have our own like.
Incidentally, when you open the propane tank in the garage,
listen to this guy.
Or when you think that there's somebody in our house.
Well, but these are fake emergency situations, not actual emergency situations. So if it's a fake, if it's a worried emergency situation, absolutely, Adrienne, because I just freak out and say, do it. And if it's an actual emergency situation,
I
run towards. Run towards the situation. She runs away from the situation. That's the thing.
Well,
who has?
Wait. Scroll back up. I think we missed one. Hold on.
You guys have such great questions.
These are great questions, Tanya. Who is the one to sneak out of the house all the time to go party? That would be Jae. Oh, and Jae agrees.
Yeah.
Totally. I never once snuck out of the house, mainly because I was homeschooled. And
and honestly, I didn't sneak out of the house. Like I never stuck out of my own house ever. I snuck out of my friend's house. I would go spend the night with my friend, and then we would sneak out of her house, but never my own house because I was worried about the repercussions.
Well, okay.
Next, who's more open-minded?
Ooh.
Yeah. You agree.
I totally
am. Yes. Jae said, I think a little bit more open-minded.
That and I didn't have my own sign up here. So Jae is definitely more open-minded.
Yeah, I think so. I like to see everybody's perspective. I really feel like, in every situation, whether it be politics, whether it be religion, whether it be cats, whether it be whatever it is. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been nice.
Yeah, but I do like to see.
She's even open-minded to me.
I like to see everybody's perspective, where they're coming from, and so it's not like I don't make I try not to make my own personal judgments.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I'm still working on it.
Who's more open-minded? Fetch me some wine.
Fetch me some wine, Zorro.
I think I have plenty. I think she's gonna run out of beer soon. I am gonna run out of beer soon. Lindsay, who has worse bad habits?
Ooh. Who has worse bad habits?
See, in the spirit of open-mindedness, that depends upon what do you call a bad habit, right? Because there are some things
mine is procrastination. I think for sure. I'm always late. Like I don't know if that's a bad habit, but I procrastinate.
It is a bad
habit. I know, and I'm working on being more organized and all that jazz. But it's a very irritating quality to her.
Yeah. But I have do I have bad habits?
I don't think you do, honestly.
I know I have bad habits.
I mean, you have funny habits.
Everybody has bad habits.
Like you pick your nose in your sleep.
Oh, yeah. And I fart and things like that. But do you call that a bad habit?
No, I don't think it's a bad habit.
I'm totally down with it. I don't think it's bad.
No, I don't think you have a bad habit.
I gotta have a bad habit. I have bad
sometimes
habits.
I drink
too much.
You drink too much wine in a Wednesday Night Live.
Yeah, or just drink too much wine, period.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's a tough one. Because I don't know about bad habits. We did back in the day. We used to have bad habits.
Well, right now, I would classify a lot of what we're doing in general as bad habits, like not eating. But it's not like what we're doing is what we're not doing. We're not.
We want more good habits.
Yeah, we want more good habits.
Yeah.
So maybe. I don't know. I don't think either one of us can win on that one.
What is your good one, Dana? What is your partner's worst habit?
Only from a personal perspective. No, I would say procrastination would be the worst as far as
what were you
affecting
about to say?
You're picking.
Oh, my beard. Yeah.
She feels like Adrienne feels like she has a hair. Everybody has hairs.
Listen,
if you get in the light, you have hair all over your face, all over your ears, all over your arms, all over your hands, everywhere. We all have hairs.
Whenever you're done.
Okay, I'll let you know. But Adrienne feels like all of those hairs are so important, so important. They are so important that they have to be plucked for a minimum of 35 minutes per day.
Now that's an exaggeration. That is an exaggeration, and let's be honest. If we're going to be honest here,
okay, 10 minutes per day when she's working at the office.
Maybe 7 to 10. But here's the thing: it isn't a bad habit; it's a public service. I confuse people enough with my comfortable shoes and my button-down shirts when I try to go to the restroom. The least I can do is not have a beard, and I'm just telling you, I let it go 3 days, and they're like,
Nobody is like,
Yep. No, I'm telling you. Okay. Wait. Can you reach? I've got a Zorro on my.
I've got a Zorro. Okay, who is the bed farter? There's always one.
For sure.
I am like Jay is like the.
I'm glad you agree with me. Jay's the bed farter.
No, I'm the best farter. Like I love.
Was that the question?
Fart.
No, that was not the question.
Do you guys know? Here, let me tell you something about us. If you don't know, a little kitty ditty about us is Jay sometimes breaks the ice with new people that come over to our house by farting. Yeah. If there's an awkward silence, Adrienne always has something very pleasant to say and like bring in you're like really good at bringing in like stopping awkward silence and like talking about something. But Jay, when it gets awkward silence, I'll just be like, shh, do you hear that? And everybody gets really quiet and then I fart. And it breaks the ice.
Breaks the ice.
It breaks the ice.
It really does.
But
yeah. So Jay is.
And they don't normally stink, so it works well.
Heather said, "Who has the grossest bad habit?" And then what is it? Grossest bad habit. I mean, it depends on what it is.
Yeah,
what do you think my grossest habit is? That's probably how I chew bananas.
No.
What is it?
I don't think you have a gross bad habit. I don't know. I mean, like you picking your hairs is like the first thing that pops to mind.
Yeah, again, a public service.
I know you call it a public service. I call it like a unneeded type of.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been saying. You know what? Now that we're quarantined, I'll let the beard grow, and then you tell me.
Promise. Because it's a habit, not because she actually cares about the hairs. That's her excuse. I do. No, it's because it's a habit.
I'll let them
she
go.
has to do it. She has to. It makes her like she
so that
thinks.
You can see them.
She thinks, and she gets like deep into her thoughts.
You guys know that Jay has like one chin hair that pops up every 6 months.
Oh, it went away.
She gets excited about it.
I think it like comes out and then sucks back up
every day.
No, she doesn't.
Whatever.
She
okay.
thinks she does.
So what's my grossest bad habit?
I like it. That's what's mine? That's the only one I can think of. I don't. I mean, you have a morning fart.
Oh, sometimes I do. Here lately, not so much.
I know.
It's all the processed
It's been kind of boring.
Yeah. I do. I don't think it's necessarily gross, but I think that some people would think it was gross that you do pick your nose in your sleep.
Yeah.
And then you flick it.
Yeah.
She flicks it.
Yeah, that would definitely be
elsewhere.
my gross.
Sometimes you hear it land.
I can't stand stuff in my nose, guys. So I pick my nose all the time. And since I'm always at home for the most part,
too much information.
I pick my nose. I pick my nose all the time. We once went to a bar, like last year. So not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before. My sister came to town. I had been, working from home. We don't go out. We weren't doing anything. And all of a sudden, we're sitting at the bar, the three of us, on like the day before Christmas Eve or something. And I'm sitting there and we're like gambling and I start picking my nose and Adrienne's like,
stop it.
You should not do that in public. And I was like, oh, I didn't even realize I was doing it because I'm just so used to picking my nose
in public.
And the bartender caught that conversation and he said, boogers for everyone.
It was very funny.
We peed and then left. Like we
laughed
laughing
off.
and then left.
Hold on. Whoa. What is whoa.
Who's more creative? Oh wow. We missed
Wait,
a lot.
We missed a lot. Hold on.
Okay, who's the better farter? Who has the grossest bad habit?
Dana said, I think Jay would plan better, but Adrienne would be more level-headed. Wow.
True.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Heather said, dang it, someone already asked that.
Who's more creative? Definitely Jay. Definitely.
Yeah,
Jay.
and that's very interesting because she was like, she has like a degree and she was like, she has a degree in journalism and media studies and things like that. And she was doing all this stuff, but yeah, she doesn't really have that creative gene. And I do, but I suck at it.
I was thinking about being in quarantine.
I love it.
And I was thinking this could be a wonderful time for creativity.
Really?
Just in general.
I would love that.
Like, yeah, because creativity is one of those things that's like, it's like a 7 or 8 on your priority level all the time for me.
Oh yeah.
You know
and it's like
it's not
2 or 3 on mine. Yeah.
Okay. What's the one food? Good one, Tanya. What's the one food you can both agree on?
Pizza.
Or spaghetti. Your spaghetti.
Yeah, pizza
My
or spaghetti.
favorite. Did any VIPs say their vacation fart? I rewatched it like 3 times.
I did miss that one.
No, it was while we were in San Diego.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I did that one.
Mm-hmm. Which one of you is more excited about me becoming your sister wife? I think I am.
No.
Oh!
No.
With or without the
Heather.
elephant?
With or without you.
We're both pretty excited about it. Which we also need to figure out how we're going to get to Arizona now that Sunfats is
Now that we're
canceled.
sister wives. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Lindsay said, I plucked a chin here today and thought of you guys. Kelly said, Dana, I was live with them and took the lovely noise in and their faces afterwards. Okay, Heather, who is more likely to hoard stuff during these times, and what would they hoard the most of? Who's more likely to hoard? That would be me.
Mm-hmm. And what would she hoard? Clothes.
What?
Probably clothes.
That is so random.
I mean, that's what you hoard the most of. You hoard a lot of things, but you hoard.
No, it would be my Chef Boyardee raviolis.
No, but you wouldn't hoard them. You'd use them.
Well, sure, but like hoarding, like you go out, like in these uncertain times, who would be more likely to hoard? It would be me, and you would actually rely on me to make sure that we have shit. You would, and B, it would be food. It would definitely be food. Yeah, because you can always use an old sock for toilet paper. We have tons of.
Oh my! We do have a lot of old socks though. My fingers still smell like fish.
I know.
Oh, mine don't.
Finally, smell. Who washes their
hands? Maybe
hands
it's stuck in mine.
Oh no, they do.
I won't smell my fingers.
Wow.
Smell like fish.
Who's more likely to hoard? Okay. Teresa said, who is more comfortable in a big group? Definitely Jay.
Yeah.
Yay, we both agree.
Yeah, no, I can definitely deal with a crowd of people. I don't like it, but I can definitely deal with a crowd of people.
You like it more than I do.
Sometimes I like it.
Depending on what the situation is.
So back in the day when we first met, before like we became the two crazy cat ladies or even us, we were best buds. She was dating Lee, and we she would have these big parties at her house, and we would she would beg for me to come over. She would be like, Jay, can you please come to this party? I need your help. Girl. So I would show up early. I would help her set up for the party. It was every Thursday night. They would have big concerts, like Counting Crows were outside her backyard.
Sarah McLachlan. Like they were we just opened up the doors and let them.
Right. So and there were like hundreds of people going through the party, and we would tag team.
Yep.
And because it was a long apartment, right? So instead of like, it was like you walk through and you're like going through to the back door.
It was just a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, it was a small apartment, but it was like, I mean, it wasn't small.
But it was big, downtown. So it's like you walked in off of Central Street, which was the Central Street in downtown Knoxville, out to the back, which is where the Sundown in the City festival was going on. So I would throw a party every Thursday night for Sundown in the City.
She would have drinks. She would provide all the alcohol, all the everything. And then I would come. And I would take care of like this group of people. How are you guys doing? Does anybody need a drink? Is everybody okay? There's no issues here in this house. So if you guys have a tiff that you're going through, you need to step outside. Like we would like do this, and then we would tag team, and she would go to like my group of people, and I would go to her group of people. It was awesome.
Every now and then we would like tag off. Like okay, because I like being the bartender better because then it was a smaller group of people. I loved
being the bartender.
And then she could like handle the rest of the place. But we were best buds. Who proposed to who first? If Adrienne, did you write a song and serenade Jay?
Who proposed to who first?
That would be Jay.
That's right.
Yep. It was June 28th, 2013. Yeah. And Jay proposed.
I did.
And then I was so surprised it took like 45 minutes to answer.
It was the day we bought this house.
It was the day we got the keys to this house.
Yeah, it was. It was the day we got the keys to move into the house.
So we had been together like 9 years.
Correct.
And it wasn't legal here yet, but she still proposed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so so it was a very interesting thing because I was working at another pet nutrition company and she was working at Channel 8 News. So she had to get up at like 2 a.m. in the morning and do the morning show. She would come home in the afternoon, go to sleep. And I was working 9 to 5, like regular hours. And so I was at the office and I was like talking to the people that were moving out of this house and being like, let me know as soon as you're out, because this is what we're doing. They knew all about it. Our realtors knew all about it. Like it was a thing. And then as soon as they left, they texted me and they said, we're out. You're good to go. I drove out here, which is a long ways from where we were.
It was like 40 minutes from where we were.
Yeah, 30 minutes. But I came here. I set up rose petals down the winding stairwell,
stairs.
And then the ring at the bottom, and then went back home and was like, okay, work's done. Are you ready to go to our house? See our new house.
We grabbed a bottle of wine, our camping chairs. It was gonna be the first time we were gonna see the house empty. Because we bought it while it was like a multi-family household. It was packed. But we walked in, and because we had such a great relationship with the people that we bought the house from, we walked in, we opened up the door, and I see all these rose petals coming down. I thought that they had done that as like the previous owners had done that as like a warm welcome kind of thing. Where, I mean, a little over the top, but I immediately turned to Jay and was like, oh no, our first mess. Because Jay does not like stuff on the floor at all in general. So we walk in, we finally see it empty for the first time. I was like, oh my God, what is that? What'd they do? And then I see the box, and then Jay did the one knee thing.
I got down on one knee. Like it was
like old school.
Yeah. It was a thing.
Lost it. Yeah.
Yeah. We both cried. She forgot to say yes.
I did for like 45 minutes, but then I did. Whose parents would you prefer to move in with if they got sick or like of old age?
You ready?
I think it's
who?
Really? My folks?
You said them both?
I mean, I would want to do both.
Well, for sure we will.
Right.
If any of that happens, for sure. But who would we prefer?
Well, I'm biased. That's right.
I mean, just like her, like
that would be my folks.
Yeah, I mean, my parents like her more than her parents like me.
That's debatable.
Her parents are. I feel like your parents are a bit more. They're a bit less.
A bit less.
You know, I think they're a little bit more cool than.
Really?
Yeah, like my parents. I mean, my parents hate to live with anybody.
Well,
so they would be so high maintenance.
My family is like community.
My dad like comes over to the first house like I ever bought, comes over, and I'm like, welcome. And then we're like just chatting. I sit up on the counter in my kitchen, and he's like, get off that counter. And I was like, Daddy, I'm a grown woman and I have my own house. I can sit on my counter now. You can't you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, but he wouldn't do that.
Oh no, he would.
Well, we'd get a kick.
He would. If we lived together, it would be like very difficult for him.
What is your favorite sitcom and why? Sitcom. I probably say Friends.
Yeah, probably. Just because it's fun. It's fluff. It's easy. Yeah. It's funny.
Who is more forgetful? Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be me. That would be Adrienne.
Yes.
Yeah. Jenny's here. Hey, girl.
Who's more Gen X in personality? What is Gen X
Gen
first?
X means.
Oh, okay. I figured since you know what a vulva is, you'd know what Gen X is. I don't know what Gen X is. Isn't that the...
So you're like right on the cusp of being...
Crisp.
The crisp. Cusp.
Of being a millennial and a Gen Xer? Is that right?
Yeah, basically. So I would say I am, but I was also homeschooled, so I don't have many social qualities that match.
Period. Just done. She doesn't have many social qualities.
For real. All-time favorite movie, Fried Green Tomatoes. Oh, you're going to be like, hold on. No, I do like some of those too. I don't know. Fried Green Tomatoes just came to mind.
Yeah, that is your favorite movie.
I love it. I haven't seen it in like 20 years.
Mine are like all from childhood. Like My Girl, like Home Alone, like Three Ninjas, like those are
favorite. If you can only have one movie ever again to watch in your whole life.
My Girl.
Really?
Probably. I don't know. I might change that tomorrow. Who knows?
She knows every single word of that movie. Every single word.
Yeah.
If you were on a reality show, which one would it be? I haven't seen many reality shows other than Love is Blind. We've watched
American Idol.
American Idol.
Let's sing a song.
How about you sing It's Raining Men?
It's raining men. Hallelujah. I don't know this. I don't know.
Oh my God.
No, American Idol though, because we are very good singers.
We are very good singers. Reality shows though, the only reality shows I know are like The Bachelor and
American
Love
Idol.
is Blind, because we just got introduced to that last weekend, and
we would never be on either one of those ever.
No. Oh, and we're so grateful that we're not. An American Idol.
American Idol.
Oh, The Voice. We've seen The Voice a few times.
It's the same.
Same thing.
Same.
Yeah. Same.
Who keeps a better routine?
Totally Jae. I'm glad we agree on that one. I thought we were going to have a fight on it for a minute, but
really? You thought you might?
No. I'm being facetious.
Okay. Heather said, if you won the lottery, tell us what you think the other one's first extravagant purchase would be.
Heather, that's such a great question.
That's such a great question.
I think Jae's first extravagant purchase would be an Airstream camper for her folks.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, if I won the lottery.
For sure.
Yeah.
Plus, like, a retirement.
Yeah, I mean, I would pay for their gas and...
Right. Like, there would be, like, the Airstream camper plus...
Yeah, my parents are so, like, basic. Like, the most basic you can get. They don't want
really
anything
refreshing.
Extra. They don't want anything. They're very, very basic. We grew up that way. And what they had always wanted, which I don't know these days if they would actually want it, because then they'd have to drive, and now they don't like traffic and things like that. So I don't know. But what I always wanted was to get my parents a trailer for their retirement, so that they can, and like, a stipend, like something to help pay for their,
like a monthly income.
Yeah, to help pay for their food and things like that. And they would go from like campground to campground. They would be like the campground, like, what do you call them? The people that take care of the campgrounds. They would like shovel the snow and sweep off the whatever. And they would. So
that would be Jae. What do you think my first extravagant purchase would be if we won the lottery?
Actually, I think you would pay back Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, her brother.
And Nathan too.
And Nathan, yeah, her brothers have contributed a lot of money to her over the pay for her school and things like that.
Yeah.
And
my older brother let me live with him.
Yeah.
One of my younger brothers helped me get back into school and pay for tuition.
I don't know. We sound like we sound like such angels. I mean, we don't actually.
I don't know that we would get anything like extravagant.
I would probably eventually.
Oh my God! I know. New counters for our kitchen.
Oh yes.
That's what we would both agree on. That's what we would both get. Who's more superstitious? Good question, Jenny. I definitely think Jae.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah. I think I'm more superstitious. I mean, I just like every once in a while, like we were walking up yesterday somewhere into one of the stores that we were going into. But I do sometimes think about that.
That's hilarious.
I'm not like crazy about it, but I do think about it at the time.
Aw, Kelly, thank you so much. She just have to say you guys in your wedding swag so gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Very kind. I'm so glad that we could both wear pants. Tanya, I know every word to Smokey and the Bandit. Can you tell I raised boys? LOL. Who is more ambitious?
Oh.
Who has the go-getter personality? That is definitely Jae.
Oh, show.
Do you know when I met her? Little side note. When I met her back in the day, I was working at a metal fab shop. I was a production supervisor. I was making like good money, like $30,000 a year.
$13.50 an
Woo,
hour.
baby. She was working at the front desk.
Making $7 an hour.
Maybe. I mean, you made I saw your taxes. You made
I made $7.30
$7,000 net.
minus taxes.
Right. You made $7,000 a year net.
Yeah.
And she was walking to work and I would give her a ride, whatever. And I remember her telling me back then, no car, $300 apartment, working at the whatever, that when she grew up, she was going to be a businesswoman. And I was like, all right, okay then.
She laughed at me.
That was very funny. Businesswoman. She's definitely more ambitious and doing exactly what she said she was going to do. Okay. Kelly said, by the way, if I were to land a windfall of money, I'd fly all of us VIPs out to hang out with y'all, our respective hotels, of course, in our respective. That's what we're going to do when we make it big.
Yes.
Ooh.
That would probably be our first purchase now.
Oh, I think
who believes in ghosts?
Before counters? That's a tough one for you.
Yeah, I don't know.
New kitchen or VIP reunion?
I don't know. VIP reunion, I think, would probably be first, just because
I think you guys could handle our countertops.
Yeah, and it would be less planning. Like, we wouldn't have to think about it as much. It would be like, we'd find a place, we'd get together, let's do it.
It's happening.
Who believes in ghosts? Who believes in aliens? Who believes in ghosts? What do you think?
Yeah. I think Jay does.
Yeah. Who believes in aliens?
I believe in spirits. I think there's a difference. Like, I don't believe in like
I mean, but you can call it whatever you want, right?
Who believes in aliens? I don't know that I've given that a lot of thought. What? You think so?
Well, just because you're your brother. I think you believe in aliens more than I do. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, as far as like the aliens, like the green little dudes.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, because your brother.
This is going to be fun to talk about tonight because I had no idea that I believe in aliens.
Then you don't. Then I was wrong.
Have either of you had a supernatural experience, seen a ghost, etc.?
See, Paige, that's a great question. I feel like we both feel like we have, but we don't really know, right? Like, there have been spirit 150,000%. There have been situations in which we both believe that we are seeing something that the average person
doesn't see or doesn't interpret the same way.
Correct. Yeah.
You know?
But as far as like physically seeing a ghost, I haven't, or an alien.
No.
Except on TV, right?
Well, yeah. Oh my God, we're at 52 minutes. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Do either of you guys? Oh, sorry. Who had it better growing up in all aspects?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I think so. I mean,
she has a great, not that I didn't, but you have a great support system.
Very tight family.
Her family's very tight. They didn't have a ton of money, but they definitely had more money than we did.
I would say at times.
Yeah.
But my mom, okay, so I have 4 brothers. She has 3 sisters.
2.
I'm sorry, there's 3 of you, 2 sisters. But we grew up very close because my mom decided to homeschool all of us, like, early on. My brothers were labeled as like learning disabled, so she pulled all of us out of school, like, screw that. And she
turns out they're all like
they're
geniuses.
Very smart. Yeah, they're my brothers are all outrageously.
They're either computer scientists or captains.
He's a majors
in the military, or entrepreneurs and
forensic science. I mean, there's like, my brothers are like the best, but I think that it was because we were homeschooled. So a lot of that, like those formative years, we got to just like be whoever we were. My mom really encouraged that.
Yeah.
And so my dad worked, my mom's homeschooled.
And her dad worked for like good companies.
Well, he was an engineer. So he worked, he lost his job. They were out of work for a long time. And we ended up having to move to Tennessee, which is how we met. So yeah,
many years later,
we've had, like, both of us recognize like economic challenges in our childhood.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like I was extra blessed to be brought up in a very, very tight family and given those kinds of opportunities.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so too.
Yeah. I mean, you and your sisters are super tight.
Oh, we're super tight.
Super tight.
I'm closer with my sisters than she is with her brothers.
with some of my brothers.
For the most part. I mean, I talk to my sisters a hell of a lot more than you talk to your brothers.
But we're all introverts, so
yeah,
that's it.
Because they're homeschooled.
That was a long answer to that.
Yeah.
Who has better taste in music? That's definitely subjective.
That is subjective. So I think I have better taste in music. I mean, okay, so Adrienne doesn't actually, as a musician, Adrienne doesn't actually like music.
I do like music.
She does not like to listen
to it.
She doesn't like to listen to music. She plays music. She is beautiful.
Let me rephrase that. I don't like to hear music all the time. I actually like to listen to music when I so choose.
Right. And what she chooses to listen to is like classical music.
Drives her nuts.
No, it doesn't. No. I mean, I wish you would do it more often. I would be into it if you would actually be like,
Really?
Let's turn this on. I want to hear this. But you don't actually care about listening to music ever.
Well,
you never do it.
Well,
not in your
lately.
car.
Not lately, no.
By lately, I mean the past like 16 years. Yeah. No. So, but I am like a music freak and I have zero music abilities. I just love to listen to music. So it has to be, and I actually wrote my thesis in college on music therapy. So like, because I freaking love it. It makes me so much better. I feel like.
That was loud.
And that was Mom. She's like watching you and she's like, I'm going to text you right now. She's like, thanks for that shout out. Right. I listen to music all day long, every single day. And I've done that before I ever met you. Like I just listen to music all day long, every day. Yeah. And I love music. And I have a very wide spread.
Oh, she'll listen to anything.
I don't like.
It's very irritating.
I don't like, just because how I grew up, I don't really like Southern gospel. And I don't like, not that I don't like, I love Christian music, but I don't like Southern gospel. But I also don't like heavy metal.
Yeah, death metal,
like that kind of, but give me anything in between from like rap to, and hip hop to country music and everything in between. I mean, probably my go-to music is 60s.
Oh,
it will always make me feel good. So I will always, if I don't know what music to listen to, I just turn on Frank Sinatra radio on Pandora.
Yeah. Okay, we should probably wrap this up because we gotta go do a live on Facebook.
Right.
So Teresa said, "Who's the celebrity crush for each of you?"
Same. 1, 2, 3.
Who?
Karen Becker.
Oh, Karen Becker. Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Karen Becker is
she's our girl crush.
Far my most my celebrity crush.
Yeah.
Love her. A veterinarian. For those of you guys listening, if you don't know who Dr. Karen Becker is,
follow her.
Go follow her right now.
Right now.
She is a world-renowned
probably the most famous integrated veterinarian.
Yeah, integrated
in all
veterinarian.
The land.
And she is super famous, like millions of followers on
Facebook.
But
her passion for all animals, like she got into this by rehabilitating birds of prey.
Yeah.
I mean, just it's so fascinating listening to her story and how like her family encouraged her to. I remember her mom talking about and I think there was a video about it, how when it rained one day, Karen Becker was like, all the earthworms came up.
Yeah.
And she went and told her mom, like, what do we do? And they went and saved all the earthworms and then replanted them in soil. Once they,
just when she was like 3 or something.
Just that kind of passion. It's a very attractive quality.
It's very attractive. And she's easy on the eyes for sure.
Who has the worst morning breath? I'm definitely going to say.
Yeah, I'm going to say that too.
It's bad. Real bad.
You know why? Because I drink too much alcohol. So my breath is kind of stale in the morning. It's just like there's like I either smell like wine.
You smell like wine or vodka.
Or I just don't like it doesn't smell.
No, I definitely have that.
But I can't stand morning breath, so I get up immediately and brush my teeth too. Like that's the first thing I do in the morning.
Roberta.
Okay, we gotta wrap this up. We love you guys so much. Thanks so much for joining us. I love you guys so much. You guys,
maybe we should do this again sometime.
Right?
Not that there's any questions left.
But this made for a fun and exciting podcast.
Yes.
Thank you guys. I'm sorry. If you're still listening, then hopefully you enjoyed it.
You have some stamina.
You got some damn stamina, girl.
Okay, so and yet, in closing, we know these are like unprecedented times. So just remember to keep calm, love your kitties,
and be
kind to everyone.
Yes.
Just do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Share your toilet paper if you have to.
Share your toilet paper, guys. I'm about to take some
a box
Kleenex,
of Kleenex to one of our people on next door.
Over to one of our neighbors because I posted last night that we have a lot of elderly people in our community.
We have an older community, yeah.
And if anybody is, needs an errand run or something like that, please let me know. I can do it. And somebody wrote and said, I'm good, but it's hard to find Kleenex. If you know where I can get it without like fighting crowds, that would be great. And I was like, I went on Amazon immediately. I was like, I'll order you some Kleenex. Amazon's out of Kleenex, guys. Yeah. It's crazy. So I was like, well, we have Kleenex. We have some Kleenex. I'm not using Kleenex, so I can drop it off at your doorstep. You don't even have to see me. We don't have to shake hands. We don't have to breathe on each other.
Social distancing.
Drop it off at your doorstep. Let me know your address. So we're going to do that.
Yeah, you guys be thinking about creative ways that you can be helpful and compassionate right now.
Yeah, with everybody
Technology
else.
makes it so amazing.
Karma works too.
You can help people in need without ever even having to see them. I mean, Nextdoor is a great app to do that on.
Yeah.
Just in your own community. So,
we love you guys
health
so
and
much.
happiness to everyone. Yes. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for joining us. And we will see you
guys
next week.
week.
Love
Bye,
you guys.
Y'all. Mwah.
Mwah.